What's up, Omega Psi? It's the commish, Sean Puff, coming at you with your Week 9 Omega Psi preview. Man, crazy season so far. We still have an undefeated team. The Green Bowl Packers still yet to lose. They're sitting at 8-0. No more winless teams. Of course, the NB Bulldogs pulled one off a couple weeks ago. Went back to their losing ways, though. They're at 1-7 on the bottom side. Sitting with lights Kamara action. Both teams sitting at 1-7 right now, struggling. The defending champions probably out of this one. I don't see them making the playoffs at 6-7, even if they come back and run the table and win the rest of their games. Their season is probably done. They're playing to not be in the toilet bowl, and hopefully to make the consolation bowl and get themselves the number 1 pick next year. So, man, you look across the board, the Greystone South Division is just hot garbage. My own Southside Shockers sitting tied with Make America Great Again at 3-5 to lead that division. I mean, if Lights Kamara action happened to be in the Greystone South, they could actually have a chance to win the division with a 1-7 start, which is crazy. Of course, the NB Bulldogs sitting only 2 games out of that first place there. The Sven Fish Showboats are at 2-6, and we'll see if someone can break away here and if someone can actually get above 500. It would take 2 wins in a row to get to 500. Not completely impossible, but we'll see. It gets harder and harder, and we'll see if we get a below 500 team winning a division for the first time in Omega Psi history in 12 seasons. Craziness. 13 seasons, because I won 11 last year. This is the 13th season. Unlucky number 13. We might get a team under 500 in the playoffs, winning the division. We got a great week of action this week. I'm calling our game of the week here in Week 9, as we are fully into the second half of the season. Sorry I wasn't on last week to give you a preview. I was sick. You can still hear it in my throat. So still not 100% better. I wanted to be here and do my costume and do Rick James. That would have been fun next year. But anyway, let's break this down. I got my game of the week. So my pick for game of the week this week is going to be the Green Bowl Packers visiting Hanging with Hernandez. 2 teams that are winning their divisions right now in the lead. Hanging with Hernandez sits at 5-3 at top of the Greystone North, best record in the Greystone Conference. And on the other side, of course, the Green Bowl Packers, who are 8-0, sitting atop the Riverside East Division, and of course, first place in Riverside overall. So that's going to be our game of the week this week. Of course, that one's projected by Yahoo, 108-106, the Packers to come out of here with the victory. I'm going to call an upset here. I'm going to call Hanging with Hernandez to pull the upset, give the Packers their first loss, and bring this team back down a little bit. So that's my first pick right there. I'm taking Hanging with Hernandez. Second up, we've got the Southside Shockers traveling to Dig to take on the Dig Newtons. The Dig Newtons, of course, are sitting at 5-3, tied for first place in their division. And on the other side, the Southside Shockers are 3-5, sitting atop their division, tied. So this is a big one for both teams. Both teams are trying to get that hold on the top of the division. Of course, the Shockers trying to get themselves in the positive. It's projected 96-99 Dig Newtons to get the victory. Of course, I got to go with my own boys. I'm calling the Southside Shockers to pull it off, even though they got kind of shafted with Christian Kirk doing nothing for them, basically, and not really helping them at all. So it just seems like that's just how he's been this year. But I'm going to take the Southside Shockers to pull this one off in an upset victory over Dig Newtons and move into 4-5. The underachievers, Little Boski's underachievers, travel to OG Vic to take on the Vic squad. This one, the Vic squad are favored 94-85 in this one. I'm going with the Vic squad to get the victory. The underachievers will underachieve. They'll fall to 5-4, fall out of first place, and the OG Vic squad will move to 6-3 and be within 2 games of the Packers, who will take their first L this week. Then we've got Lights Kamara action, the 1-7 Lights Kamara action at going to New Bedford to take on the New Bedford Blazers. Projected 108.81. The Blazers just have fallen off, can't get it back together. They're still waiting and hoping things turn around. I think we're going to see a second victory this week for Lights Kamara action as they try to not end up in the toilet bowl. The Svenfish Showboats will travel to the Mad Pilgrims to take on the Mad Pilgrims. Mad Pilgrims, of course, favorites 98-71. The Svenfish Showboats just can't get things together. Granted, that division's horrible. I don't see them coming back and winning the division. I don't see them making the playoffs, obviously, because if you don't win that division, you won't be in the playoffs. The two wildcard teams are definitely going to come from the Greystone North this year. So my projection here, the Pilgrims going to take out the Showboats, and that's just how that one's going to go. Then we've got the little Compton, no, we've got the Westfield Slaughterhouse traveling to Make America to take on MAGA. Make America Great Again. MAGA has a lot of buys this week. They're in trouble. They know it. They're projected underdogs, 108-88. I expect Westfield to come in and get a victory here. Make America Great Again will be hoping that I'm wrong about the Shockers and the Shockers don't pull the upset, because this will knock them to second place and give the Shockers a one-game lead in their division when they fall to the Slaughterhouse today. Compton Chaos travels to Virginia Beach to take on the Homers. The Chaos projected to put up only 98, while the Homers projected to put up 101. Of course, the Chaos tied in a three-way tie at 5-3 with the Underachievers and hanging with Hernandez. They need a victory. The VA Beach Homers are at 4-4, sitting 4 games behind the Greenbow Packers. They need a victory. This one could have made Game of the Week if we didn't have 1-1 against each other. Beach Homers projected, the Homers projected to win. I'm taking the Homers in this one. Our final game, we've got the Bipolar Bears sitting at 5-3 atop, tied for first place atop the Riverside West Division, and they'll be traveling to NB to take on the NB Bulldogs. The 1-7 NB Bulldogs are only projected to put up 73 to the Bears 111. This one's a no-brainer. The Bipolar Bears are going to walk out victorious, and the NB Bulldogs are going to fall to 1-8. There's your picks for this week. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Check it out. Should be a great week of action. Get ready for some football because it's time to play.